Heyo, Omnidogs and Omnikittens. It's Omnidog here with Essential Collected Editions for December 2019. So these are going to be what I think are the Essential Collected Editions that I think are interesting. That's the first warning, that these are the ones that I think are going to be the most interesting ones. So your favorite thing may not be on there because this is subjective. The warning is these are the things I think are interesting. I've tried to pick evenly balanced between all publishers what I think is interesting, and these are the things that appeal to me that I think are going to appeal to you. So that's the first warning. But this is why I left off Y the Last Man Omnibus. I think that omnibus is ridiculous. You've got the trades still available. You've got the deluxe edition still available. You've got the absolutes available. I see no reason to have a Y the Last Man Omnibus, so I'm not going to feature it, although I just talked about it. Oops. So the first one we're going to talk about is something that people have been paying hundreds of dollars for the past 5 years. And I'm going to screen share it. And let me do that. These I'm going to go in weekly order for December. So this is coming up on December 4th. This is one of the first things that everybody's going to buy because they're so excited for it. And it's been a long time coming. Whoops. I thought I had it. Brother. Here we go. I already goofed up. Okay, wait. I can do this. I'll try it again. Big moment of waiting. Application window. There we go. There it is. Annihilation. Everybody's been waiting for this and paying hundreds of dollars for this. And through the epic battles of my friend Omar and his suggestions to his friend David at Marvel, Annihilation is getting reprinted. And it's going to come in at a reasonable price. And you'll all get to see what everybody's been clamoring for. And quite frankly, it's not that great a story. So you can go ahead and order it and pay $50 for it at a discount. I hope you didn't pay $300 for it on eBay. It's kind of boring, in my personal opinion. Annihilation Conquest, now that was an interesting book, I thought. But I'm not the biggest Marvel Cosmic fan, so don't take it from me. Buy this book and make your own decision. I suck when it comes to Marvel Cosmic. I'm the first to admit that. I shouldn't be bad-mouthing it because I don't like Marvel Cosmic. So don't listen to me. Get this book. You should get this book. It's been out of print. Everybody wants it. They've been dying for it. It's a holy grail. So yeah, I should shut up, man. I don't like Marvel Cosmic. So yeah, don't listen to me. Get this book. Yeah, I should shut the heck up. What the heck do I know? Nothing. Okay, so let's stop that weird self-flagellation and go back to my screen. If I can do it, go back to me. Okay, now the next book is a book that a lot of people are interested in. I have the absolute, so I won't be getting this book, but a lot of people are interested in it. And it is Final Crisis Omnibus. This is going to be a pretty big book, and it is going to have a ton of stuff in it. So if you're a Final Crisis fan and you need all the tie-ins and you think the tie-ins are going to help you understand it more, this is the book for you. I can't make a judgment for you. This is a Grant Morrison book, and it's got lots and lots of tie-ins that can help flesh out the story and help it be a little more understandable. Some of the tie-ins are better than others, is all I can really say. I mean, that's just a judgment on my part. Some of the tie-ins are better than others. So is it worth getting? If you're an omnibus fan, if you're a fan of Final Crisis, then yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm highlighting it, because it's a big deal. This is a big, fat, chunky omnibus. So it's an exciting omnibus to come out from DC. And that is June 4th. Not June 4th, December 4th. And the next thing that I'm kind of excited about, because this is one of the best things coming out of DC right now. I personally like this. It's by Robert Venditti. I hope I'm saying his name correctly, because this is one of the best things coming out from DC, and that is Hawkman. And this is called Deathbringer. Hawkman is an archaeologist, and he goes through some crazy, incredibly complex, interesting adventures in this. I can't even begin to explain it. I couldn't do it justice, but it is great writing. It is the most interesting thing DC's putting out today. I highly suggest you get volume 1 and buy volume 2. This is some great writing, really, really good art. I love Hawkman, and I really think you should check it out. It's really excellent. I dig it completely. Let's see what happens if I just close this window. Do I just come back to the picture? Yeah. Okay, let me close these other windows then. Doink, doink. Okay, good. Okay, this next book that I think, okay, everybody's excited for this book, including me. We've been waiting a while for this book. Collected edition people have, and this is still December 4th that these books are coming out, the first Wednesday in December. And this is going to be Scott Snyder's JL Deluxe, the first collection of Justice League by Scott Snyder. And I'm pretty excited about this. It's supposed to be very good. I'm pretty sure this is the final cover. Not 100% sure. This is just what I grabbed off the internet. So I think that this is the final cover. Now I have to give another caveat. I'm only as good as my sources. And I have 3 or 4 sources that I look for and pull things from. And so I call them as well as I can. One source had 4 kids go into a bank, or whatever that one was, 4 kids walk into a bank, and as a hardcover coming out this month, but I could only find that on one source, so I'm not going to talk about it because no other source had it. Actually, I used 5 sources, and so I pulled this source, and so I pulled this from a couple sources, and so I'm going to assume this is the final cover. But yeah, lots of people looking forward to JL Justice League Deluxe by Snyder, June. Why do I keep saying that? December 4th. I don't know what happens on June 4th. Nothing. I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm a lunatic. December 4th, Justice League by Scott Snyder. And we have one more book that I think people are going to be excited about. This was kind of a DC heavy week for me as far as I was concerned, because I think these are the important books that people are looking forward to. There was another omnibus that came out from Marvel. I didn't think that people were going to be that excited about it, so it was a judgment call on my part. That's what this is. Judgment calls on my part. You might not agree. I get it. It's all subjective. So let's see. It would be this book. And that is, now this book is going to be really, really good. Injustice Omnibus. It has the first, year one, it has the first 4 volumes in it. This is written by Tom Taylor and is fantastic. I haven't read anything more than year... wait, now this is... Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait, I'm going to double check something because it may be year 2 also. I want to double check something. I forgot. I'm forgetting something, so I just want to make sure while I'm putting this up. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the proper information. Yeah, doink. Collects Injustice, Gods Among Us, year 1, year 2, year 3. Okay. There, I went back to one of my sources and I should have written it down, and I will not forget that ever again. So there we go. Year 1, year 2, year 3. That's a good omnibus because I've read through year 2. I haven't read through year 3 yet, but it's all Tom Taylor and he is awesome. So this is a really, really good omnibus to get. It's an Elseworlds tale. I can't say enough about Tom Taylor's writing on Injustice. It is just incredible. If you've played the game, if you've read some of these books, Superman opens the book by putting his fist through the chest of the Joker after the Joker kills Lois Lane, and it's just mayhem from there. It's just incredible. It is just incredible, and I highly recommend this book. This omnibus is going to be a great omnibus, and kudos to DC for putting this thing out. So that is the end of my recommendations for December. I swear I almost said June. December 4th. And let's see. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so then we move on to the next week, which is December 11th. And what book is this? Oh, there's that. Now, this is a tiny picture. Am I going to be able to figure out what this is? Oh, yeah. This is going to be an important book. I found out exactly what this book is thanks to my friend from Germany, Patrick Kindewatter. This is an oversized hardcover, Xmen, oversized hardcover Shattershot. It takes place between Executioner's Song and Fatal Attraction. It takes place the Shattershot annuals and the Skinning of Souls books. And it's going to be a very nice, it's going to be a $75 oversized hardcover, and it's going to be a very nice, it involves Longshot and Shatterstar, and that's why it's called Shattershot. You can see I'm having trouble saying that. So this is going to be a fun book to have in your collection, especially if you are an X-Men fan, and if you're like me going through the 90s. I don't know why I chose the 90s, but I'm going through an X-Men reading of the 90s X-Men right now, especially X-Force. But yeah, this is going to be a fun book to have in your collection if you're an X-Men fan. Let's see, where is that book? There it is. So I can get it off the screen. There it is. Okay, so that's X-Men Shattershot. And here's the book everybody's dying to have, December 11th. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm just like everybody else. I can't wait to see this book. Now, this looks like it is a full cover, like full spread cover front to back. That is House of X Powers of 10 by Jonathan Hickman. That looks like it's the front and back. I'm sorry I don't have a bigger image. This was the only image I could find. And I don't know that I actually have the technology to blow it up. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Stop it, Jess. Get rid of that. So this is House of X, Powers of 10 in the correct order. Don't worry that they're going to go like, 1 through 6, House of X, 1 through 6, Powers of 10. Jonathan Hickman, they gave him full control over ordering it, and he's very picky about ordering his books in the proper order. So this is all in the correct order. I know that for a fact. So this, you'll be able to read it right through according to how Jonathan Hickman wants it. So this is December 11th that this book comes out. And everybody wants it. If you don't want it, well, that's fine. You don't have to have it. Now, this next book, I don't know anything about, but I'm kind of excited about it because Peter J. Tomasi's writing it. He's a great Batman writer. 1 second, please. He's a great Batman writer, and this is going to be a big deal to introduce this character into the Batman universe. I know nothing about this character, but this is the Arkham Knight, and this is by Peter J. Tomasi, and it introduces the Arkham Knight into the Batman and DC universe. I don't know what to tell you because I don't know anything about the Arkham Knight. My partner, Taylor Brown, doesn't know any, and he's the Batman expert. He doesn't know anything about the Arkham Knight, but he's excited because he wants to find out about the Arkham Knight too. We trust in Peter J. Tomasi because he's a great Batman writer. So that's why I'm highlighting this. We're pretty excited about this book. So that's why I'm highlighting it here, because we're excited about it. So maybe you should be too. Maybe. That is December 11th. Okay, this next book is going to be an oversized Treasury edition. So it's like those X-Men Grand Design books by Ed Piskor. It's going to be very big. It's issues 1 through 5 of this book. That is by Donny Cates with art by Trad Moore, and that's Silver Surfer Black. Treasury edition. So I think kudos to Marvel for coming out with something interesting, with really cool art by a really hot writer. And I'm really hyped to get this because it's going to be very big and lush and beautiful. And so it's going to be really big book. And it's going to have those kind of cardboardy covers, I think, since it's a Treasury edition, and be sort of a cross between a hardcover and a trade paperback, like those Grand Design books were. So I think you should seriously think about getting this. This is supposed to be a very good run, and I'd be pretty excited if I were you about this Silver Surfer run. It's by Donny Cates, after all, whose everything he touches is gold. He's writing about 4 or 5 different things, and they're all excellent. So seriously, give this a consideration. It's going to be good. I am getting it. And the last thing on December 11th is by one of my favorite writers, and it's one of my favorite new characters. I'm extremely excited about this. I've been kind of putting off getting the latest books of this because I keep thinking it's going to come out in hardcover, but he's writing it. I love his writing, and so I am going to go ahead and get this, and you should consider it too, because he's a great writer and she's a great character, and that's Dr. Aphra by Cy Spurrier. He is a phenomenal writer, and she is one of the great new characters in the Star Wars Marvel universe. I think she's unbelievable, and he's a great writer. Dr. Aphra in Cy Spurrier's hands is a dream come true for me. So I think you should give this a shot. You definitely should get her early appearances in the Darth Vader omnibus or hardcovers. You should definitely get those. You should definitely get her early appearances in her own book. She's a firecracker. I love Dr. Aphra. Not a good person, but definitely readable. So great. I love Dr. Aphra. She's so interesting. Okay. That is the last entrance in December 11th. And then we slow down significantly, getting closer to Christmas. We have a book that got moved around a little bit. I had it actually the first week of December, but then it got moved to this week, which is the 18th of December. And I'm definitely getting this because I really liked it. And that is Jeff Lemire's Animal Man Omnibus. I liked this a lot, and I am going to get it first thing and read it first thing. I am very excited about this. I thought Jeff Lemire did a really good job on it. Some people had a problem with the ending. I don't remember having a problem with the ending. I'll be paying attention when I reread it. I felt like it was strong throughout when I read it. I don't remember it petering out. But I'll reread it and I'll review it. I'll give an overview of it and review it. And I'll be honest with you, but I genuinely like this, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. So I'm very psyched on this, and I think you should consider it too. Jeff Lemire's Animal Man Omnibus. It's excellent. We just have 2 more books this week that I consider as definite gets. And let's see, one is a reprint of a book that's been hard to find, and it's in omnibus form. It's been going for kind of high prices for quite a while. Not too high a price, but it's still been out of print for a long time. Very long time it's been out of print. And it's been reprinted. And that is Geoff Johns' Flash Omnibus with a new cover. And this volume is thicker than the first omnibus. Not too sure on the price tag. Since it's thicker than the first omnibus, I'm going to assume it's going to be $100 price tag, since it's thicker than that first omnibus was, which was $75. So I'm going to guess that it is, actually, I don't have to guess. Let me go back to my source and see what it says. Uh-oh, it's not there. Oh, you guys will find out. It's okay. I'm going to guess $100 because it's going to be thicker and more like an omnibus. So you'll find out on the 18th, and you'll either buy it or not. If you didn't get a chance the first time, I suggest you buy it this time. It's really great writing. And I bet the binding's better than on the first ones. Those things were mouse traps. They were very tight binding. So I think the binding will be better. So this will be your chance to get Geoff Johns' really great Flash run. And the last book that I suggest you consider on December 18th is this book. And that is Grant Morrison's second volume of Green Lantern, in which maybe he will explain what went on in Volume 1. While Volume 1 was excellent reading, I was left to ponder several things, and hopefully they will be explained in Volume 2. I love Grant Morrison. He does write above my head sometimes, I'm not ashamed to admit. But we will see what happens. I'm definitely picking it up because I love his writing. I love Green Lantern, and I want to keep following Grant Morrison writing Green Lantern. I think that's amazing. So yeah, I definitely think you should consider picking this up. And that's all there is for 12/18. And there's just one more book that gets released on Christmas Day. But I think there's a lot of people that, oh no, wait. I made a mistake. And oh, there is one more on 12/18. And this is going to be a good book that I'm definitely picking up. And that is Black Hammer, Age of Doom. Black Hammer, Volume 4, Age of Doom, Part 2, trade paperback. So this is another story in the Black Hammer universe by Jeff Lemire and Dean Ormston. I'm down for this. Anything Black Hammer, I am way excited about. And so that is December 18th. Yeah, that's December 18th. You definitely should consider Black Hammer. If you haven't already, don't start with this. Start at the beginning. Black Hammer is amazing. I love Black Hammer. It is just remarkable. Jeff Lemire just is firing on all cylinders. He's my writer of the year. Everything he writes, I think, is great, except for Plutono. We'll give him one miss out of 15 other great stories. But yeah, Black Hammer, Book 4, Age of Doom, Part 2. Consider this strongly if you are continuing to read Black Hammer. And there we go. We have one more book that gets let out on Christmas Day. This is my favorite Alan Moore book. And I'm very happy they're releasing this in deluxe format. It may not be as impressive as the absolute format, but deluxe is still pretty great. And this is Promethea Deluxe Volume 2. Deluxe is better than nothing. Let me tell you something. Promethea is my favorite Alan Moore story. And I've read everything that I can possibly get my hands on for Alan Moore throughout the years. J.H. Williams' art in this is ridiculously great. Possibly some of the best stuff he's ever done. I don't know what is better. If you guys can think there's something better than he's done, put it in the comments. I think it's his best work ever. And this, I consider this Alan Moore's magnum opus. I just think this is his greatest thing ever. So this is the only book that's coming out December 25th. That's all I could find that I thought was interesting. And I seriously ask you to consider giving Promethea a shot. It's some heady, high concept stuff, but it's it's very much worth it. Very much worth the effort you need to put into it. It's not like Grant Morrison's Nameless, I'll tell you that, where you got to read 10 prose books just to understand 3 panels in Nameless. This takes a little effort, but you don't have to read outside source material. You just have to give it, you do have to concentrate and pay attention to it, but it is richly rewarding, and I really dig it. So those are the essential collected editions for December 2019. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all my viewers. Thank you so much. Please give me a like if you can, subscribe if you can, and any comments you want to leave. I always respond to comments. So thank you, and I hope you all have a great holiday season. You'll definitely be hearing from me between now and the holiday season. But of course, between now and then, peace and love, peace and love.